Hello everyone. Today I'd like to do a review on my Stan SoleX Clicker release aid with it's the web buckle strap one I've gone for, and I'm going to tell you why I went for that one and why I'm so happy that I did. So I broke my other wrist release. Won't go into that too much, not very happy about that, but it is what it is. We live and learn. And when I did some research, I'd seen a couple of reviews and I thought, yeah, right, let's give this one a go. Never had a clicker release before, and I've got to say, for me personally, I absolutely love it. Because, a couple of reasons. I am a heavy-handed chap. Yeah, I don't do many things with finesse, and sometimes it wasn't that I was getting target panic, but when I was pulling back and you're trying to pull through the shot and you're pushing, you pull, you push, pull, they're trying to keep my finger like that and try and keep everything nice and smooth at times is hard. Now, I know the clicker isn't for everyone. I get it. But for me, I've got a comedy piece of so-called string here. Sorry, it's the only thing I can find at the minute. When I'm at full draw, say, and I'm here, I'm sitting, I'm settled, when I feel the click, I know I'm not far away from it. And you can adjust the sensitivity on that. You can adjust it so it literally feels like there's no, it'll click and go, literally. I don't have mine set like that, purely because how I've set it, I like to get the click, and then I'll just sit and keep pulling. But it honestly, it's weird. It's just so strange knowing that for me, I know that, right, okay, it's nearly go time. So I'm sat, I'll do it one more time. I'm kind of sat ready on my shot. I'm here. So I'll come over, clicks there. I know if I just keep pulling through, after that click, we're going. And I don't know. I know it's not going to be for everyone. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And this release aid for me is kind of like, it's sort of wrapped up some of the niggles I had with some of the other ones I had. I'm not going to name and shame, but so this is relatively new. I have no doubt in my mind that this strap will probably stretch at some point. They all do. And on previous release aids I've had, when it's like the column style and you have the grub screw and you can move it and it says like 10 mil in, 10 mil out, that sort of thing, it's quite a big jump sometimes. You know, you can be adjusting your strap tighter and then it starts to stretch. You think, right, okay, I'll pull it in. And when you pull it in, it's too far. So then you try to tighten your strap and that might be too tight. So it just becomes a bit of a pain. Whereas this buckle release, the two Allen keys that are there, you can absolutely micro adjust that. If you feel like literally you're 5 mil off or you're just that tiny bit, you can adjust that tiny bit with this. It's quiet, it's not noisy. At first, I wasn't sure how I'd get on with the kind of buckle bit with it, with the webbing, but it's absolutely fine. And if anything, it doesn't get in the way sometimes when I'm loading an arrow. Again, the other ones I've had in the past where you've got the fixed arm that holds it, sometimes it can get a bit in the way, whereas because this sits and it will just flop out of the way, great. But I'm really, really enjoying the click on it, I have to say. Because in the past, I'd draw, sat there and I'd be waiting, I'm sort of pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling, pushing like we all do. And then I'd be thinking, sure, it's going to go off. Now is it going to go off now? No, it's going to go off now. You know, it was become a bit of a pain for me, really. And yeah, I'd have that process and we all practice it, don't we? But psychologically with this, just knowing that when I'm there and I feel like I'm there, I can slowly pull on the trigger, hear the click, and I know I've only got to give a tiny little push and pull and it will go. And I like that. I think if we're honest, a lot of hunters as well, you know, there'll be guys out there that do punch triggers. You know, we're not all target archers and have the whole beautiful process that we go through, which is nice. But at times when you're hunting or you're on an animal, you don't have that much time to keep pushing and pulling and pushing and squeezing. You know, and if you can get yourself to your clicker, know that, yeah, okay, I'm there. A little bit more of a push and a pull and it's go time, it's gone. But you're still not punching a trigger, you're still getting to a point of release, and then just that little extra. Fantastic for me. I'm really pleased with this, and it's took away that kind of. I know we all supposedly go for the surprise shot. We need the perfect surprise shot. We do, but I also think on the flip side, I do want a surprise shot, but it'd be nice to know how far away that is. And again, because I'm a heavy-handed chap. Everything I do in my everyday life is quite heavy-handed. So I don't have the kind of finesse to keep kind of doing all that. Whereas if I know I can get to a certain point and then give the shot the finesse that's required, I still get the same desired effect. And I just think if anyone's suffering with a bit of target panic or that kind of no man's land where you think you keep pushing and pulling, you don't get anywhere, I honestly highly recommend these. Give it a go. Stan SoleX Clicker wrist strap, and this is the buckle version, because I like the fact you've got a real fine micro adjustment with that. And the strapping is it's going to be hard wearing stuff, and it just feels quality. Everything about it just feels quality about this release. So if you're in the market for a clicker one, give it a go. 100% recommend it.